National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
It's the city of rock and roll, and this place sure is rocking as they await the start of this one. We're here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Justin Hopkins out, ready to send this away. And off we go from Cleveland. Xavier Gipson now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. They're led out by one of the game's most tenured veterans and most decorated quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Malachi Corley reels it in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
From the gun, it's Hall. Crosses midfield, still going. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Throwing on first down, Rodgers has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. As a man, it's Tyler Conklin. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So it'll be 2nd down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And he's able to push this down to the 12. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
3rd down give to Hall. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there, making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Working out of the gun. It's Rodgers. This one's caught. And he drives this forward to the 6.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 4 on the play, partner. That pushes them a whole lot closer. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Escape, and the ground game works for the touchdown. The Jets finish up an excellent opening series. Aaron Rodgers with the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Greg Zuerlein for the point after try. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Zuerlein has it all teed up and ready to send it away. To return, Jerome Ford. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
After winning the national title at Clemson and early success at Houston, there's no question that Deshaun's career has been slowed by some injuries and other challenges. But when he is on the field, at every level he's ever played, he's just got a calm. And that calm comes with the trusting of talent that he has in himself. He knows how to run, he knows how to throw, and when he's available, he's still a difference maker.
Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. It's an option left. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
That's Tillman. He's got it. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Jerome Ford for the first time this game. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Staying on the ground with Ford. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
3rd and short, it's Watson. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. It's a gain of 1 on 1st and goal. Now it's going to be 2nd and 5.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Slot man in motion left. Here's Chubb up the middle. And he's in for the touchdown. The Browns finish off their opening drive. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
On comes Dustin Hopkins to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns start off well to tie things 7-7. Hopkins has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. On the return, here comes Kene Wangu. He stopped on the return at the 27. The second drive coming up now for the Jets offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Here's Hall once more. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. This is reeled in by Wilson. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. That was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Rodgers here from the gun. This is Corley working the left side. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback, you're about to get absolutely blasted, but you got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10 from the 41. They go right back to Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the shotgun, Rodgers. He's on the move. He'll try and run this. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
3rd and 1. Now Rodgers. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Hall running between the tackles. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Hall takes it straight ahead, and he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game, the type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Blitz coming for Rodgers. He brings it in. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Hall crosses the goal line. Touchdown, New York. The Jets break the tie here in the 1st. Breece Hall with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Zerline on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Return coming from the 6. Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to Chubb to start the drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Ford. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
Chubb on the give, headed left. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
From the 46. That's complete, David Njoku. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Ford straight ahead. And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. We will not get another play in here. That's going to do it for quarter number 1. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
Carlson's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Gibson now to return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. 1st down, Rodgers. Wilson on the slant. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Off play action, Rodgers. That's caught. It's Breece Hall.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
It's Hall on the carry. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Rodgers throwing on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. So we have to pause here. Team officials saw what we did, an injured Brown, and they're tending to him now. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now Rodgers. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Hall. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Caught near the goal line. And that's a New York touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Zerline on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets drive their lead to 11. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Has this at the 6. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Browns getting their offense out there. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Here's Watson, 1st and 10. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to the air, Watson. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Throwing is Watson. Chubb brings it in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
The Browns looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes their southpaw, Corey Bojorquez, to handle it. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Jets returning their offense, and this running back to the field. That punt goes 63 yards. And it'll be Jets football. To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. He's on the move. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On 1st down, here comes Hall. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 36. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Now Rodgers on 3rd and short. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
So on 4th down, the Jets turn to a fan favorite. It's Thomas Morstead to punt it away. Takes it in at the 21. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Browns will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. They give inside to Chubb. They hold him to a modest gain here to the 19. It's a pickup of 2, and they'll need a lot more than that on 2nd and 18.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Couple yards there on 2nd down, and now a long ways to go on 3rd. Out of the gun, here's Watson. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the 1st down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
The Browns are lined up to punt. Xavier Gipson on to return for the Jets. His first punt win 50. This is away and looks even better. Begins his return at the 16. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20. The Jets back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. First down throw by Rodgers. Hits him on the out route. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
The give on second to Hall. His foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Pressure comes. Rodgers. Hall there to haul it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, I know some old-school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a 1st down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. How valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Chubb here on 1st down. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackle made by Chuck Clark.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun, Watson. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. From the gun, Watson. He'll get this to Tillman. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he has this all the way down to the 23. They get 28 out of that play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Watson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now he takes it. And he has the Cleveland touchdown! The Browns make it a one-score game in the first half. Deshaun Watson with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Wangu now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now here comes the New York offense. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Throwing on first down, Rodgers. Able to find Corley. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Rodgers here from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Hall on the give. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Juan Thornhill getting there for the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment, made it the perfect time for the first down.
First down, Rodgers. That throw finds Conklin. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Play action with Rodgers. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Jets now lead by 10. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Well, this right here is where having all those camera angles comes into play. We're going to get a much clearer picture thanks to all the shots we've got.
Yep, technology, everybody's friend right now. We get to watch it again and again, unlike these officials who got to see it once in real time. We just have to see, is there clear enough evidence to overturn the call that was made down there on the field?
Those points safe on the scoreboard. The touchdown upheld upon review. Zerline with the extra point. And the Jets drive their lead to 11. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Browns send Jerome Ford ready to begin another drive. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. 1st and 10, here's Watson. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. A give up the middle to Ford. Jukes one defender. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Browns a first. New set of downs for him from the 46. Watson on 1st and 10. Flushed out of the pocket. Stepping up, and he's going to run. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Browns fighting the clock now, trying to hurry back to that line. Here's 2nd and 2. That's Tillman, he's got it. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball at the 33 for first down. To throw, here's Watson. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to the air, Watson. Finds Judy near the sideline. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Sticking to the air with Watson. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Less than a yard needed here on 4th. They're going to run for it with Chubb. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Got a man. It's Njoku. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.